next guest is behind the scenes. Sally, just give me a thumbs up if you're ready to join us. Welcome to the stage, Sally.
Thank you. This is great. How are you, Laura?
Good. You're a little low on your volume.
Am I? All right, let me
Yeah,
move a little closer um, to the computer. Does that help? Or do I need to bump something up here?
it helps a little. Uh,
Let me look
I
at my
don't know if I can
settings.
turn you up. We
Boom,
can
boom,
hear
boom.
you. I just need to like turn up my computer all the way.
Okay. Usually I'm too loud. So
You really?
this is interesting. Uh, Let me see.
How is she sounding for you, Andrew?
It sounds like she's far away.
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. Well, I
Like
was
there's
just
some
testing.
background noise in the back too, kind of like an echo.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on. I know what that is. I just turned this up, I hope. Um,
I think it's one of those settings where you're just like, make my
yeah.
environment better, and sometimes it makes it worse.
Well, um, I have external speakers that are connected that may be messing things up. Okay, they're gone now. Does that make a difference?
Um, Not really, but if
Still,
I turn you up,
still,
I can hear you.
yeah, I can hear you too. It just sounds like
Oh,
you're speaking
man.
in a lecture theater.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's okay.
I think, yeah.
Yep. So we'll do this
I
again. We'll be like, welcome to the stage, Sally.
Yeah, yeah. I can go out of Zoom and come back in, and that might help it out.
It's fine. We'll continue. We don't want
Okay.
to cut in on your interview too much.
Okay.
Okay. So welcome to the stage, Sally, for the
Thank you
second
very
time.
much. I always love being on stage.
How do you wait? We're just gonna stand up. We're gonna do some power poses. My first question is, what is on your lamp? That's gonna bug me because
Oh,
I
it's a
I want it to be
fish.
a frog.
It's a fish.
Yeah.
It is a fish. Okay.
Yes. Yes, it is a fish. I have frogs
Oh,
elsewhere,
do you?
but
I was
yes.
really hoping. I was like, if that's a tree frog, then I'm going to be so jealous this whole time that I
Oh,
just want to pet it.
well, I live in Florida, so this stuff is all over the place.
Is it?
Fish and frogs and yeah.
Nice. So let's start the shake up portion of your interview. So Sally, I want to get to know you as a human being first, instead of just your business, just your message, all that stuff that we curate to be so pretty and so perfect. It's like, no, no, no. I want to get a little raw. I want to get to know Sally. So
Great.
here's my opening question. If you could have other people describe you in 3 words, what would you love those 3 words to be?
Oh, um, good question. Intuitive,
Ooh, okay.
uh, bright, loving.
Okay, so intuitive, bright, and loving. I could see that. I could see that already. But the follow up to this is, how do those 3 words, intuitive, bright, and loving, how do they play a key role in that core message that you have for people?
Well, I describe it as when before I go out onto stage, I have a pre-performance routine that includes envisioning my audience and just spreading love all over them. That my every word, every note I sing, whatever it is that I'm doing, it spreads love. Um, and the intuitive part is when I'm training speakers or singers, it I do have this intuition that kicks in. I don't know where it comes from. It just goes whoop, and I know what I need to say to that person. And bright, by bright I mean, well, smart. but also that my light precedes me into a space and lights everybody up.
I would agree. And it's I'm laughing also because this whole week, and I was telling Andrew behind the scenes that the pattern this week has been around the conversation of light.
Oh,
Sometimes it's like a light switch light, sometimes it's like a candle, sometimes it's that inner spark, sometimes it's that brightness that we're sharing with other people. Yet it has been a pattern all week. So I
oh.
love that without any prompting, here you are, the bright person, the bright painting behind you, the bright shirt, you're bringing up brightness.
Well, I think it's absolutely what we need in the world today. That brightness that says, I don't care what else is going on, and there's a lot else going on, that I can still bring my brightness to any conversation, to meeting new people, whatever, that it doesn't interfere with what I am broadcasting as a person.
Doesn't interfere. Okay. I'm thinking of, we're just going to go like a little fashion for a moment because the analogy works.
Okay.
Lots of people think that black is very fashionable. And so they're like, oh, I don't want to stand out too much. I'm just going to wear black. Maybe I'm going to wear navy. If I'm really, really brave, I might wear a tan, maybe some white in there, but just touches of it. We're mostly black, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
get for some people that's very much their aesthetic, but we're just using this the analogy of I want to hide. Okay.
Okay.
How are you helping people to get in touch with the brightness that is within them, even if it is, again, using the same fashion analogy, like little things to give
Mm-hmm.
somebody a pop of color. But we're talking about personal growth and like that side.
Yes. Well, I one of my initiatives in my business is to introduce people to their superpower that is within them, that they have probably or most likely buried their whole life, like I did for most of my life. And that once you release that inner brilliance, it shines bright. And people are a little, oh, no, that's not me. Well, I didn't give it to you. you this is you. This is you popping out. And it really shifts people's idea of who they are, because we all have a self-concept. And usually the self-concept does not include that we're extraordinary or brilliant or
Mm.
can add that much to the human conversation. But I would love to see this happen with more and more and more people. Because can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone had permission to share that superpower within? It's extraordinary. It would change the face of the planet.
I'm liking that concept of permission. And I see Andrew going,
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, permission is it. Because when you're a person who has buried that, it feels like you have been told your whole life, well, oh, no, no, that light is too bright. Dim it down
Mm.
because nobody else can stand that you're so bright. Well, tough. And and it's the same with a talent. Oh,
Go put on your sunglasses.
yeah. Go put on your sunglasses. But these are subtle messages that you get as a small child. It's not that somebody said to me, dim that light. It was no, 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 no. We don't put out that much energy. Let's just calm it down. Let's pull it back. Let's not go there. So over time, and it doesn't take much for a child because they understand things in a very, very deep way, um, that just whoosh passes by adults. But they get the message. They get the message. Yeah. In fact, I wrote a song about this
Did
that
you?
that is in my keynote cabaret.
Oh,
Because when
yeah.
a, a a spiritual counselor said to me, "Why do you keep apologizing for being such a fabulous woman?" I don't know. And so I said, "But that's a great song title." So I went and wrote this piece of music. I'll do a little for you. Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the hook, and it goes, "I do not apologize for being fabulous, fabulous. I do not apologize for being me."
Oh, I love that. Fabulous. Play it with the jazz hands. You gotta get the jazz hands in there.
Yeah.
Spirit fingers. It's all good. Ah, do not apologize for being fabulous. What does that feel like for somebody who's striving for that and still working on it? Working on it.
Well, when you sing it, it's in your body. The vibration of those lyrics are in you, and I sing it every day just because it makes me feel so good. And I do in that moment. In fact, before we started, I'm singing this song because it makes me feel so great. And I get the audience to sing along with me, and then I say, "Well, what do you not apologize for being?" And then we sing
Mm.
another verse with whatever they tell me. Um, and it feels wonderful because, again, the vibration of your voice sends that message to every fiber of your body that you are fabulous, and there's no apologies for it. You just are.
It's making me think of why I started doing power vocals as a kid, and I had no idea what was happening physiologically in my body.
Mm.
All I knew was I would get upset and I would have to just run away. Um, Basically, I walked down to the beach and I walked to the shore of the lake, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I, at the time, I had like a triple hand, not even second hand, triple hand CD player. And I would go until the battery died. And the whole time I would just belt out as loud as I possibly could with as much emotion as I possibly could, whatever songs were on the CD that I popped in there. And I
Yep.
didn't know why it was so powerful until really just the last few years when I realized that when you sing powerfully like that, it works your vagus nerve, which is one of the gatekeepers to your stress response. And
Yep.
when your stress response is finally like, oh, everything's fine, then your brain starts to work and you can think again. It's like,
Yes.
oh, I see the chain reaction now. But as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I did not understand how to express some of these emotions, and that was the only way I could figure out.
But you did it.
Yeah.
You did use that, which is incredible. That you had the self-awareness at that age to do it.
Thing that I loved. I still love
Yeah.
singing. I'm still afraid of singing in public. I'm working on that one too. But you did
Yeah.
mention at the beginning that you were a singing and speaking coach. So here we
Yes,
are.
I am. Yes, I
So then,
am.
I'm thinking of people like me, whether they want to sing and use their vocals or whether they just want to be on stage or maybe do podcasts like this because I know
Hmm.
speaking is a part of it.
Right.
What do you find is one of those big things that keeps stopping people from just getting started using their voice, speaking, singing, whichever it is?
Well, you said it, fear. And that fear is of, it's a fear, I believe, of being naked in front of people because your voice is so closely tied to your identity. In fact, I call it your branding, um, because your voice is your branding. And if like I have worked with speakers who have a very quiet voice, and I get them to use their body, produce the sound. Let's get this to be authoritative and resonant and out in the room. And as soon as they do that, they go, "Ooh." Um,
Yes. Yes.
one man told me, he said it feels like jumping off a cliff to have that powerful a voice. And think of jumping off a cliff, you have to have a lot of faith that something is going to catch you on the way down, or you've just leapt to your death. That's really huge. So that fear of oh my gosh, they're going to see who I am. But that's all any audience wants. They want to see who you are. And it doesn't matter, most of the time it doesn't matter what you're doing. They just wanted a little piece of knowing who that person is, and that energy that we give when we're doing a podcast, performing, speaking. That energy, people want to suck in that energy. And if you are the person who is speaking and your voice is way down here and they can't, then you're not giving them any energy. And it's scary.
You inspired me. I've been thinking over the last couple weeks that I really want to write a song and sing a song, but I want it to be raw. I don't want it to be like fully produced. No, 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 no. The whole point is to be raw. But I
Mm-hmm.
want it to do it specifically for entrepreneurs, specifically for the life that we kind of live,
Uh-huh.
the events that we go to, like that style. I don't want it to be pop radio stuff. That's for somebody else.
Right.
That's not for me. And you just gave me an idea because I've been kind of leaning this way. What if I wrote a song about what it feels like to get started using your voice? Because that's something that I just finished teaching my daughter
Uh-huh.
because she wants to be like a pop singer in like a pop group, uh, with a whole bunch of other girls, that kind of stuff. And yet she had never sung in public before. And so
Mm.
I told her, I'm going to give you some homework. First off, we're going to watch Sound of Music and you understand like a lot of the cultural background. Then you're going to sing that song. But then when we leave, like dad and I leave, dad's at work, I'm gone shopping, whatever. I want you to practice singing out loud, no headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, sure, I can do that homework. About a week later, she came back to me in tears. She's like, I did what you said. I was like, did what? Like, what did I tell you this time? She's like, do you remember when you said for me to sing loud without headphones on while you were all gone? I was like, yeah. She's like, I started crying and I had to stop immediately. I was like, exactly. That's your homework, is to get over that initial hearing of your own voice, thinking that it's too much, thinking that something bad is going to happen, and that whole spiral of, oh my God, I'm going to die because ripple effect thinking. And it took her probably 3 months to just be able to hear her own voice.
Mm-hmm.
That whole journey is so powerful, whether you're singing or even a speaker. Because if you want to have conviction, like many speakers want, you gotta own it.
Yes.
That's
Yes. And
so, yeah,
yes, absolutely. When I teach it, I have techniques that I teach people, so they can be, well, one, because they work, but also because they can focus on something other than their voice, really. The breathing, the release of the sound, adding more breath, whatever it is, they can focus there. And that does take them away a bit from that, uh oh, I'm going to
you're in
die.
the headlights.
Yeah,
You're,
yes, absolutely. Well, that was a great thing to do for your daughter.
I went through it too. And I'm not sure if all speakers go through this. Because, like, I've been on the stage since I was 4. It's not that I don't like the stage, it's that there are
Mm-hmm.
certain experiences that I'm afraid of and certain ones that I feel comfortable with. So then
We
the
could
question
swap
is
stories.
I know, right? So
Yeah.
then the question is what is it actually that is stopping us from getting started? Was it me being on a stage? No.
Mm-mm.
So then what is the real fear? And so I'd love some insight from you with the people that you work with. And I know that we noticed that it is fear. It's totally fear. What
Mm-hmm.
kinds of fears? What is more of that root fear that many people, I know not all, but many people tend to come to you with?
Number one, yeah, they do know that they have a fear, but most people would deem it stage fright, like fear
Yeah.
of getting up in front of others and saying what you believe, because there's always a risk in that.
Yeah.
However, there are folks that don't realize. Well, let me tell you a little story. When I was a small child, I had a recurring dream that I was playing out in front of the house when this car pulled up. A man jumped out, he tossed me in the back seat, and drove away. And I managed to roll down the window enough to get my head out sideways to yell for help, but no sound would come out.
Well,
I couldn't find my voice to save my own life. That's how powerful that message was from my nuclear family. And it took me many, many years to sort through that because I also desperately wanted to be a singer.
mm,
And how can I do that if I can't make a sound? So that that deep, deep level of you are not allowed to use your voice, even to save your own life. That is one heck of a message to overcome. And I have heard similar stories from other folks. And sometimes at the right time in life, if it's junior high school, where if somebody says hi, we think they're being nasty to us, you know, it's um, just one teacher saying, ugh, what a voice you have.
with
It
my
lives
daughter.
with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So everyone has something like that, or they come from a family that doesn't allow loud, boisterous laughter, even. So it comes from really deep within. And when I'm working with folks, I do question them a little bit about this. I don't want to take it too far because then I'm into psychology and I am not qualified. No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 not qualified. So when guiding someone through this, it's giving them the tools to build the authority and the resonance in their voice, the resonance is sound vibration, so that the voice travels instead of just ending at the tip of your nose. It's going to travel out. When I give them those tools, I can begin to hear the differences. And until I say, wow, did you hear that? And then they're like, oh, did I? Yes, that's authority. And and I have them just observe how others respond to them differently. Use your old way of speaking if you want, and then switch it up. Get down in your body, use your breath, use that resonance, use the consonants to make your message very, very clear. And you'll see how differently people respond to you. And and I think that's the thing that usually gets people. Oh, okay. Because yeah, I don't really want to be loud. I don't really want to be heard, but I want other people to respect me and to respect what I have to say. And when we can get to that point that they see that, then there is a deeper level of calm for them.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you gave us a little preview of what that sounds like when you were explaining it. I was like, oh,
Did I? Okay.
oh yes, yes. But that's what comes so naturally to you now is you don't even notice when you switch into the deeper registers or when you really
Mm,
start to hone in on those consonants that you're talking about. It's like, ah, I
right.
saw that. But I love when the teacher really embodies what they're saying and you just went
Mm,
right into it. And it was smooth. Okay, so building that authority in your voice.
mhm.
Uh, how do we start building that authority
Oh, we want to start right
as
now?
a do this? I I think today would be really fun to just do a couple practices. So is there
Sure.
something that like maybe Andrew and I can do? I'm just gonna throw you under the bus here, Andrew.
That's fine.
Something that we could do together to practice and maybe the people
Absolutely.
watching as well. Sure.
Absolutely. All right.
Mhm.
Now, first, we're going to do a little bit of breathing. And then, Laura, I'm going to focus in on your voice in particular, and we'll work with that. Sorry,
Okay.
Andrew.
Ah, it's
Okay.
okay.
So, your vocal instrument, let's say that well, it is. It's from your bottom to the top of your head.
Yep.
That's, yes, you did the first thing, Laura. You opened up your posture because this is the vessel through which your voice flows.
Hold on, hold on. There we go. I
Okay.
moved my table up so I could sit up a little better.
Oh, yeah. So you you want to open the heart space. Yeah. Think of opening your heart space and let your shoulders fall back. This is getting a straight posture from the inside with core muscle. This is the way to do it to be able to sustain this posture. So we have the heart space open, the shoulders down. Now, Laura and Andrew, if you would take a really deep breath for me, I just want to see what you term a really deep breath. Okay. Okay. Well, good. At least you didn't do, which is what most people would do. So, what you want to do though is do an open mouthed inhale. So you release the jaw because jaw tension is a big enemy of
I
a clear
know.
voice. Yeah, and we all have jaw tension. So we want to release that and feel as though you're opening all the way to the pelvic floor. all the way to the pelvic floor. Now, your lungs and at the diaphragm, which is housed inside your rib cage. When we think of going all the way to the pelvic floor, we are engaging the deep muscles that then allow the breath to escape very easily. So, release the jaw, open all the way down. Yeah, and yawning is good because it means you're opening up. Now, what we're going to do with that breath is to uh, is to yawn some more.
You got me
No,
going now.
what we're going to do with that breath is to we're going to exhale as though saying an F, like this. You won't hear much. So what I'm doing, no, you're not going to hear anything. So what I'm doing as I'm exhaling with an F is to open up the resonators. So if I don't, push it out, but allow it to just float up here, then that's opening my resonators. So release the jaw, open to the pelvic floor. F, exhale. Form an F. There you go. There you go. And doing that over and over helps your body to understand what is the clearest path through the body for the breath and sound to follow. So it's not getting caught anywhere. You're not pushing and shoving. It's just flowing through the body. Beautiful. Do one more for me. Open down to the pelvic floor, F, exhale. Now we're going to use the F. We're going to use the F and say this. Funny, funny face.
Funny, funny
Funny
face.
face.
All right. Now, what I'm hearing is this. Funny, funny face. Instead of funny, funny face.
Oh, you
Use the
want more of this?
release of the F and your the vowels will follow the consonants as you release them. Funny, funny face. Try it.
Funny,
Funny,
funny
funny
face.
face.
Yeah. Now, we need some more courage.
I'm also trying not to yell into the microphone.
So, more courage. Funny, funny face. And just enjoy the vibration in your body.
Funny, funny
Funny
face.
face.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, very, very good. Very, very good. All right. Now, I'm going to shift to you, Laura, and just would just tell me the name of the podcast and your name.
Oh, okay. So my name is Laura Lake, and this is the Blue Talks Amplify Your Message event.
Okay. Okay. Now, if we want to amplify that
Amplify.
sound
Mhm.
so that it has more authority, when we inhale all the way to the pelvic floor, what I want you to do is to focus on the power of the pelvic floor. Just focus yourself down there as you tell us your name and the name of the podcast. Release your jaw.
My name is Laura Lake. This is the Blue Talks Amplify Your Message event. Still
Did we
feels
hear
kind of
more
high.
authority? Yeah, there was more authority in that, right?
Part of
And
it is I still have trouble knowing where certain parts of my body are in space. And so I'm kind of training that at the same time as going, okay, trying to have
okay,
posture. I don't know where my back is. And so I'm thinking of 20 different things at the same time.
yes, well, that's working with the voice. You're doing 20 things at the same time.
Oh,
Absolutely. All right. So, just that little bit, we gained a little authority. Now, women have a tendency to speak up here, especially when they're around men. So that focus up in here, and it's a tight jaw, and it's a tight, yeah, a tight tongue. So you want to just let all that go.
no problem.
And yeah, and it's not that you're going down like that, although that's fun to do, but
Mhm.
you what you want is to have that that foundation of the lower pitch to inform your whole voice. Even if I'm really excited and talking up there, I still want that grounding
Mm.
in
Something
the
to
voice.
definitely practice. Definitely.
Absolutely.
And at this point, Sally, I invite you to share, where do we find you and what is your favorite way to communicate?
Okay. Well, I would love to hear from anybody. You can reach me through, well, can I give my email address? Is that cool?
Are you fine with sharing it with everybody in the world that's willing to see this?
No. Okay.
Okay, then don't.
I get way too much spam. So
Okay.
you can go to, I have two different websites. One is
Mhm,
singlikeyouspeak.com. That's
mhm,
the vocal technique that I developed, is Sing Like You Speak. And the other website is Command the Room Pro. And on
mm.
each of those, you will find a way to get a hold of me where I can get rid of the spam and I can have a great time with the people who really do want to talk to me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then I
absolutely.
also like to hold space at the end of an interview just in case there's something on your mind or in your heart that you'd like to share. So, Sally, what would you love to leave people with today?
Hmm. You are fabulous. A complete sentence.
You, I'm writing it in bold letters now.
Oh,
Are
good.
okay. It's complete with jazz hands because I can. Okay. So we do still have about a minute left.
Uh-huh.
I am really curious about this fun question that we've had a few times. If you could share your message in a way that you have not shared your message yet, that sounds super fun, super creative to you, what might that be?
Well, this is why I developed a keynote cabaret.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Hmm.
keynote speech with music that I wrote, like the song Fabulous. And I'm just beginning to market it and get it out there because I love this because it brings all my skills together, my training, my speaking, my music. And I have done it a couple of times locally and people love it. So,
That
yeah.
sounds like a lot of fun. You
Hmm.
you said the keynote cabaret earlier, and I was like, oh yes, I remember you telling me about that last time we had a chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Do we get to dress up in like the 1920s flapper kind of gowns, got the little tassels going everywhere?
Knock yourself out. Yeah. You
Cosplay,
can wear
yes.
whatever you want. You're not going to find me doing that probably, but that's okay.
That still sounds like a lot of fun, Sally.
Oh,
So what we
absolutely.
what we've been doing this week is we have been giving cheers to everyone at the end of an interview. So cheers to you, Sally.
Oh,
Do you happen
thank
to
you.
have a
My
cup or
water's
something?
down here.
Oh, yeah, that works.
I'm sitting at my keyboard, so it's not up here, but cheers. Woo!
Thank you so much. I will
Thank
call
you.
this the official close to the main part of the interview.
Oh, thank you. This has been fun.